Hello one and all. Alright, today we're going to work on the main room here. As you can see, I have started laying out the second hall. This is the farming hall. That's the storage hall. I've embossed these edges out too wide now and too tall at the top. Looks much better, and I've of course made them significantly bigger. So that's going to look great, I think. Trying to think if I should like put a different type of block right there and go all the way around. Not quite sure what. I'll figure it out later. But I am starting to cut the farming hall right here. And in here I decided to finally start going ahead with this. I've been trying out something for the floor. I'm not sure I like this nether brick on the floor, but I want like a pathway down the middle that's in a different brick color than just stone, so I have more color in here. Let me know what you think. Give me suggestions for that. I've decided to go ahead with the mossy stone brick, because I love this mossy stone brick. The reason I didn't want to go ahead with it was because strongholds are few and far in between. They were hard to find, but now that we have the Eye of the Ender, and I just upgraded to pre-release number 4, now that we have the Eye of the Ender, I can legitimately find strongholds very easily, and I can go raid them and get some of these stone bricks. So I'm definitely going to do the storage area out of these, because I love that. And now how it's going to be set up, I'm going to widen this out 6 wide, so up to this block. So it's going to be 6 wide on each side, and all the halls are going to follow that general plan. I might make some a little bigger, a little smaller, but the doorways are at least going to be the same distance apart. I think they're 12 blocks apart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks apart. So, yeah. This looks pretty good. And I know this is going to be at one point I'm going to run into these lava columns and I'm walking backwards or something, but I don't know. They look too good. I don't want to cover them with something. I don't want to put fences here like someone suggested. I think that would just kind of ruin it, but maybe I could put iron bars here. Maybe I'll try that later. Okay. So the storage room, how it's going to be laid out, we're going to have guards right here. I had to kill his buddy. Whoops. Because I had to make this doorway bigger. And I'm not quite sure how high the ceiling's going to be. Probably all the way up there. But, what was I saying? Oh, the way this is going to be laid out, now we're going to have rows like this of these storage things on either side. And not only that, you're going to be able to walk like through these little, think of a library, you know, you walk between the shelves. There are going to be more shelves back here, that kind of thing. So it'll be probably stacked 2 deep with shelves, maybe 3 deep, I'm not sure. Probably eventually 3 deep with these shelves. And it's going to go as far as I need, really. I'll extend this as I need more room. But and it's going to go 1 level higher, so we're going to have 2 floors with the elevator in the middle. But I really need to figure out what kind of block I want to use for the floor. And I need a way just to color this place up, because I don't want every room just to be, you know, smooth stone in this place. So got to figure that out. But I am going to start working on this. But for now, and what we're going to do mostly this episode is work on this farming hall. Now I have to knock this out. And what I'm thinking for this one, I saw Etho did a video recently where he made a semi-automatic wheat farm. Probably going to have something similar to that. And we're also going to have a breeding pens area once I figure out a good way to breed the animals in the most efficient way possible. So we're going to have that. Might make it dual floored. Probably the bottom floor will be the farming and the top floor will be the animals. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So yeah, those are my plans so far for this episode. And I might mess around with some enchantments and potions and stuff like that. Maybe. Don't know. So yeah, I'm going to get started on this. Alright, so before we do the farming hall, we have to do some experimenting with animal breeding. Now, the purpose of something like this is to make animal breeding and killing simple and efficient. The idea here is I separate 2, I don't know, lines of animals. So I have Didn't mean to do that. So I have sheep in both of these compartments here, and the idea is I'll be able just to spam click on them with wheat and breed them and then kill a whole bunch and pick up their stuff. So yeah, that's the idea. I think this will work nicely for it. I just gotta make sure that I can spawn sheep in either of these compartments. So do a quick test. Okay. Ah, yes, there's a sheep. Okay, cool. So this does work. I just gotta figure out how to breed them in that compartment. I think it depends on the way you're facing. Hey, go away. So, like, if I were to face this way and then click on this guy, then click on that guy, I think I would get a sheep in that compartment. So, yeah. I think that'll work pretty well. And the idea... Go away. The idea is... So as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, the idea of this whole thing is to keep them in a very small contained area and being able to spam click on them with wheat and breed them and kill them very easily. Now I was testing this, I was thinking that maybe I could make one of the sheep spawn like outside the box if I put a solid block on top, but no, it doesn't work. Yeah, I would love to find a way to make the sheep spawn outside this glass area. If I could figure out how to do that, then I can make an automated mob system, because then I would have like pistons to push them off a platform and then fall into a mob system, but I don't think that's gonna work. I haven't seen anyone else figure it out. I haven't really looked though. But yeah, this should do just fine until I figure out something better. Now the idea with the farming hall is we'll have one of these for each type of animal. So we'll have sheep, we'll have cows, we'll have pigs. I'm not sure about chickens. I might do chickens a little bit differently. I've seen some interesting chicken farm contraptions that look really cool, and I might try to design my own. So we'll have sheep, cows, pigs, chickens, and that's it, right? I think that's all the passive mobs, yeah. So, yep, that's what we're gonna do. So we'll have like one of these things for sheep, then we'll have cows next to it, then we'll have chickens and pigs. Ooh, laggy. So yeah, that's gonna be the layout for the farming area. So I'm thinking the bottom floor for the farming hall is gonna be a giant wheat farm. And I might have sugarcane and cacti in there as well. If you guys can think of any ideas of what to put in that hall, let me know, but let me know quickly, because I'm going to be building it. And the top floor will be the breeding area, so I'll have all these different contraptions laid out up there that we can breed in. And I need to make some sort of... I wish I could make like some sort of automated loot collector from these guys, but I don't think I can. It's so sad because passive mob systems were one of my, probably the most, I'm tripping over words. It was my most favorite thing to do at 1.7 was to make a really good passive mob system and have really cool separators for each mob and make them go in different places and have the pork drop there and have the chicken and everything come there. But 1.8 broke all of that. But it added a cool system, I gotta say. Definitely is an interesting breeding system. So yeah, that's how the farming hall is going to be laid out, and I'm going to try and work on some farm designs now. So I've run into two major problems with this idea. The first problem is I can't seem to make the goddamn sheep spawn on the left. They always spawn on the right, no matter which direction I'm facing or which one I click on first. And I don't know why that is. Second problem is I don't think I'm going to be able to spam click on them and feed them wheat, because if you click on the same animal too many times, it just wastes wheat and they just eat it up and you get no benefit. So I mean, I could just stack them in one block size, but it would be kind of inefficient. I would waste a lot of wheat doing it. So I don't know if I'm going to go forward with this idea. I've looked around at different systems. Some people are putting them in mine carts. It's a little bit excessive in my opinion. Some people are using like complicated piston stuff, but it still has the same basic problem as what I'm having here. So I don't know. I think I'm going to put this on the back burner for now and figure it out later. So if you guys have any suggestions and solutions to these problems, let me know. I don't know why my computer's lagging so badly the last couple days. I'll have to do some research into that. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might just end up having a big open area for them to walk around. That might be the easiest way to do it, actually. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, yeah. So I think the rest of the episode I'm going to work on the actual wheat farm. And that's going to be pretty cool. I thought of a really cool idea. It's not going to look like this. I thought of a really awesome idea that I want to get working on. And I don't know if it's going to work, but if it does, it's going to look really cool. So I'm going to start working on this wheat farm. And yeah, before I do that, my thoughts for the farming hall. When you walk into the bottom floor, in the middle will be the wheat farm, and there'll be pathways along either side. And along the edge of the pathways up against the wall will be sugar cane all the way down. And it's going to be a sandstone theme, I think. I don't know if I'll replace the entire, ceiling, floor, walls deal with sandstone, but I want to get some sandstone color in there because I want the halls to be different colors. I don't want just stone everywhere, so that's what I'm thinking. And that'll be the bottom floor, and the top floor will be the animal farm. So I'm going to work on this wheat thing for a little bit and see if I can come up with something special. You ever have one of those days where nothing goes right? Well, this was my idea for like a multi-tiered wheat farm, and it was going to be like, it would get smaller as you go up, and then you'd have a single block of water that would rain down and wash all of them, and it would come through a hole in the bottom, but yeah, it doesn't work. The water currents are just a major pain in the ass, and they don't seem to work at all. So, fuck that. I could probably still do it if I kept them all the same size, but it really wouldn't be all that efficient. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So, a couple other options. We could do the, the classic efficient wheat farm. That would be like this. Kind of boring, but it works very well. It's probably the most efficient way to do it. Or we could do something like this. Now this looks nice. Imagine walking into the hall and this is the centerpiece. Looks very nice, aesthetically pleasing. It has that sort of Mayan pyramid step sign. Quite cool. I would do it somewhat differently. I don't think I'd have the water here. I'd try to figure something else out. Because ideally I would want to flush it from the very top, and the water would come down each step and wash the wheat away. I'd still have to figure out how to hydrate these tiles, but I'm sure I could do that. But yeah, this is I like this design. I might go forward with this with some sort of way once I figure out how to hydrate the tiles. I think this is good, but let me know if you have any other ideas. We can try that too. But so far this is the favorite, and I really wish I could work like this, so it would come out and the wheat would come out here and go down into a channel here, and that would just look really cool, I think. But I don't think I would set it up quite this way. But yeah, this is the basic idea I'm going for now, unless someone has a better idea. This is what I'm going to stick with, something like this at least. So yeah, that's going to be the wheat farm. And pro tip, if you put fence posts underneath your soil blocks, you can't trample your wheat, or your crops for that matter. So that works nicely. Why does that work? Well, notice here when I'm mousing over a normal block, it just looks like a normal block. It has the thing, the black outline around the entire block, but over here you can see it's a rectangle on top of the block. That's because it's actually selecting the very top of that fence, because the fence is 1.5 blocks high. So it effectively like pushes up this block. It's kind of weird. But that's a nice pro tip, some FYI. I'm going to use that, of course, so I can easily just walk over all this wheat and plant it. Yep. So that's more or less the idea so far for the wheat farm. Let me know what you guys think is best. In the meantime, I will dig it out and start, prettying it up. And when I get everyone's feedback, I'll choose a design and we'll go forward from there. Somebody asked me the other day if the bud switches still work in 1.9. Yeah, they do. And what's a bud switch? A bud switch is a block update detector. It detects when blocks update. As you can see, it creates a redstone pulse when a block next to the piston updates. So why is that useful? I used it to make an automatic sugarcane farm. The piston actually detects when sugarcane grows. That kind of stuff. There's a bunch of different uses for it, but it was made by Etho back in the day. And I shouldn't say back in the day. It was a couple of it's a couple of months ago. But yeah, why am I bringing this up? It seems to have been a change between 1.7 and what happens now in 1.9. It used to just make a short pulse and then it would go out and in, and that was it. But now it seems to toggle whenever you have a block update. So I don't know why that is, what's changed, but anyone that uses these, just be cognizant of it. And I wanted to see if it was just my version, so I built Fall of War's old bud switch. It seems to be the exact same, so I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, so why am I mentioning this at all? Well, with my redstone clock, and a problem with all redstone clocks in general, is that when the chunks get unloaded, in other words, when the players log off or leave the area, the timing circuit gets stuck. So basically when people log back in, it could be a completely different time and the clock could be, totally off. It could be hours off. So yeah, that's bad. And I know of a way to restart the clock and get the timing pulse going again, but it still wouldn't be the correct time. So I need a way to sync the clock back to the correct time. And by the way, I got a custom texture for the moon phases, though. Those are Death Star moon phases from Star Wars. I think that's after it's exploded. That's pretty cool. But what is this here? Well, this is something else Etho came up with. It's called a light sensor, and it uses a bud switch to detect when grass grows or dies. And basically you would put water in here like that, and at night, see, it already updated. See, at night, what happens is grass will die if it doesn't have enough light and it's covered by water. So at night the grass dies, and during the day the grass grows again. So yeah, basically it shoots a redstone pulse at dawn and at dusk, which lets me sync the redstone clock. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be pretty close, and it's really the only way to do this. So at least that way the clock will be pretty much correct all the time and always running. That's the plan anyway. That's, yep, sounds like a good idea, and that's how we're going to do that. So I just wanted to let you guys know I was going to do that, because I've been messing around with this bud switch stuff for a while. Pistons make no sense whatsoever. I'm sorry. They really don't. Anyway, I realized that when I was messing around with this, people I know are going to ask me for a tutorial on how to make this, so I might as well do it now. Alright, really simple. This is how you build a bud switch in like 30 seconds. Put a redstone torch here. Put your sticky piston here. Put a block here. Okay. Now we're going to put, this is how I do it. You can do it however you want, but I put a repeater here. That like that. Torch going up. Block on top of the torch and around. And you want to make this redstone on top of the piston, so redstone goes here, and you want to make sure that this redstone here ends up 2 blocks above the piston like that, and that's it, you're done. It works. So it'll update when you update this block, this block, this block, that block, or the block underneath the piston. That's how that works. It's actually really quite simple to make. Has a couple of good uses. One is the light sensor. That's really cool. Sugarcane farms, that's also good. Oh, a little bit of lag there. And let's see. If you wanted to make a sugarcane farm, I don't think my old tutorial is going to work now with the new updates. You'd have to add a falling edge trigger to this. So yep, that's how you build a bud switch. I think I broke Minecraft. Old trick. Yeah, I'm sorry, there's so much redstone in this episode, but this is funny. Put a piston down like this. Oh, lag. Put a torch here. Redstone 2 blocks above the piston. Update the block. And you have a piston that's extended for no fucking reason whatsoever. And if you update the block again, it'll close. That's what makes the bud switch work, by the way, that glitch. Just FYI. So yeah, I think that's more or less going to close out this episode. Just messing around with my minecarts. Don't mind me. But yeah, so that's about it for this episode. I'm sorry it took so long to get it out, but I was really busy this week. I'm still like really exhausted. So the rest of this week I'm gonna be working on a whole bunch of projects. We got the minecart system to work on. We got the elevator. I have to work on the XP farm. Gotta work on the farm and the farming hall and the storage hall. I don't even know where to start at this point, so I'll figure something out for next episode. And I still haven't worked on the redstone clock, which I really should, because that's gonna be needed sooner rather than later. And yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff planned. So the next few days, I would like to get a couple of short tutorials on some redstone stuff I've been cooking. And I really want to do a redstone. I used to do redstone tutorials. If you guys haven't seen them, I did redstone tutorial 1 and 2. I think I want to do number 3. I'll probably try to get that one out. But beyond that, I don't know. I'll see what I can come up with this week. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. And before I forget, I want to do a video that's sort of like a Q&A kind of thing, meaning you guys send me questions, stuff like, hey drakhl, I have trouble building XYZ circuit, can you show me how that works, you know, or like a challenge, hey, can you build this, can you build that, I can't think of good examples, like, I don't know, could you build an automated sugarcane farm, or, you know, something small that I could do in like an hour or two. If you tell me to build a computer, I'm going to punch you in the face, because I just don't have the time for big projects, and besides, in my videos like the next month would be that one big project and everybody would be bored. So yeah, send me some ideas, questions, you know, challenges, that kind of thing, and I'm going to do a separate episode just for the questions and answers kind of thing. You can also ask me just a straight up question, like, I don't know, how long you've been playing Minecraft, or why do you like playing Minecraft? I don't know, anything you want. So send those my way, and I'll do some sort of episode, and I'll pick the ideas I like and put them in a video. So it's been drakhl, and I'm going to try to get the next LP out either Friday or Saturday. So I will see you guys next time, and peace out.